Wydek welcoming you to Game 2 of this Best of 5 series from the 2013 EPS edition. And this time on Neoplanet. We've got in the top right spawning as a red Protoss. We've got Mouse Sports' Hasuobs. Man, that extra S sound gets me every time. And his opponent in the bottom left spawning as the blue Zerg. We've got Delphi. And I don't know if it's Delphi or Delphi, but I'm going to go with Delphi. If you guys know what it is, let me know. Now, obviously, my English isn't perfect. I'm not able to pronounce such a name. Anyways, so Delphi currently is behind 1-0 in this best of 5. It looked like at the beginning Delphi had all the momentum. He was able to pick off the proxy pylons, all 3 of them, no cancels. Able to pick off the probe, able to pick off a stalker. But unfortunately, unbeknownst to him, there was a Dark Templar rush. And once the stream of Dark Templars went into his natural and his main, he had no Spore Crawlers, no Overseers. And basically, Hasuobs was able to slice his way to victory. So Delphi's going to have to figure out a way how to deal with this. He's sending his hatchery in a very strange pathway, looking for proxy pylons and going to set up that hatchery. Never a bad idea. You have to remember, when you're setting up your hatchery, your vision is very limited. It's not like an SCV building a command center, because the SCV does give pretty good range for vision. Also the probe, when the probe is there putting down a nexus, you can see quite a bit. But a hatchery, the building itself, while it's building, can't see very much. So it can be prone to cannon rushes, but that's not what Hasuobs' plan is. He's going for something very conventional, at least so far, unless he goes to the Twilight Council again very early like last game. You know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, well, fool me twice, then you end up winning 2 games. That's what ends up happening sometimes. We'll have to see if Hasuobs is going to do something different. The Extractor is up for Delphi. And I mentioned this last game as well. I think Zergling speed is very important. And it looks like Hasuobs is going to go for the Nexus. So there won't be that much aggression early on, at least from the Protoss player. This pro's been waiting here for a while, though. He's like, hey, dude, what do you want me to do? Finally, he's going to put down that Nexus. Delphi finally has the 100 gas. Is he going to be going for quick lair tech? No, he's going for Zergling speed. And he's going to send 1 to the top and 1 to the bottom. They're going to meet their way at the other end of the circle. And that's one of the unique parts of Neoplanet. You got 2 routes to your opponent's base. It's very, very special that way. And I do like this map a lot, except for the fact that no one ever gets these. Well, I shouldn't say ever, almost never. People almost never get these gold minerals, and I really like it when they do. You know, the 1 out of 200 matches it does occur, because it makes it really interesting. But unfortunately, it's too little. Mothership Core is going to be roaming around looking to beat up some Zerglings, able to pick one off. Hey, 25 minerals, never a bad idea to pick off free units. And Hasuobs is getting the +1 weapon upgrade, so he'll have a small upgrade advantage window. Maybe he can turn this into a timing attack. Remember, +1 weapons gives the ability to the Zealots to slice Zerglings in 2 attacks instead of 3. And so that's basically a 50% efficiency upgrade of Zealots to Zerglings, so you can't underestimate +1 weapons attack. And also getting the Warp Prism out. I like this play. Very, very different. Hasuobs is going to be going for some sort of drop, it looks like. And unfortunately for the Zerg player, he hasn't been able to scout anything. He's just been able to see these 3 peripheral buildings at the front. He's going to send more Zerglings. Hasuobs is getting a Roach Warren and one Evolution Chamber. Interesting, he's chosen not to block off the entrance to his natural. I see that a lot from Zerg players. But now with that Warp Prism out, Delphi sending in the slow Overlord to get some crucial scouting information, and this is very important. He's going to see the robotics facility. He's going to see all these gateways if he's going to move over. The Immortal is move over to the left. The Warp Prism has been spotted. The Overlord is moving into the natural as well. He's going to see some of the gateways. Able to see 2, but he's probably suspecting there's a few more on this side. And when you see more gateways, it means more units. Hasuobs is setting up some cannons in the back. He suspects a counterattack is going to be coming in. The Warp Prism is coming back home to pick up that lone Immortal. And now there's the second Tango partner ready. And this Warp Prism is going to jet out of here. If the Zerglings are going to spot it, Warp Prism doesn't care. The Zealot does go down. But we do have a pylon here, and now with the cannons in the back, these Zerglings are going to have to withdraw or get eaten up for free, and it looks like going to be for free. Not a great deal for Delphi, great deal for Hasuobs. Roaches are streaming across the map, but they see the Warp Prism, and now they're going to withdraw. But remember, Roaches are very poor counters to Immortals. So here comes the Warp in. We've got 8 Zealots coming in with the Sentry, and these Immortals are able to 3-shot Roaches. But it looks like there's so many Roaches here. The ramp was blocked temporarily, but it looks like Hasuobs is going to have to withdraw. Able to do significant damage, but he did lose a lot of Zealots as well. Going to pick up and ladder down, actually, and going to warp in again. The Queen is going to focus fire down on the Warp Prism. And Hasuobs is going to have to make a choice here. Either he's going to be aggressive and lose the Warp Prism. No, he's going to withdraw. And now the resources loss does favor the Zerg player. So Hasuobs with not a great encounter. And he's actually lost one of the Immortals as well. And now it looks like the Zerglings are looking for blood, but they're not going to be able to do anything. I'm not sure why Delphi is sending in Zerglings against cannons that are blocked by buildings. And this Warp Prism is caught in no man's land. The Queens are everywhere. But the Warp Prism is going to be able to drift away finally. But now with the Roaches engaging a Hasuob's natural, they've got the range. They're going to be able to cut through this first pylon, but they're going to have to withdraw. There's too much firepower. They're going to do some more damage to the Forge, but they're going to withdraw once again. A lot of these Roaches are in the red. And it looks like Hasuobs is going to clean up some creep, doing some janitorial work. Never a bad idea. You want to clean up creep as much as possible because Zerg players, their key to success is map control through speed and through vision, just like any other race. And creep tumors do give that for free in a lot of senses. So if you're able to clean up those active creep tumors, the Queens have to come back and clean them up again, really stalling the movement speed of the Roaches and the Zerglings. Now it looks like the Warp Prism is going to come in again. The third hatchery is getting set up for Delphi. It's almost completed. And it looks like a big attack from Hasuobs. He's going to stream out with all these Zerglings. Delphi is able to spot it, and he's going to retreat just temporarily, but we've got a large warp-in of 6 Zealots here. The Spine Crawler thinks better, is going to escape, or actually pull back for a bit, but this hatchery is not going anywhere except to the afterlife. What a cruddy deal if you're a drone. Your job is to make a hatchery, and then the hatchery is immediately chopped up by Zealot blades. Not a great deal. Anyways, there's 3 Mulas here, and one is going to get eaten up for free, so not great control by Delphi, losing Mulas for free. And Hasuobs is going to set up a proxy pylon as well behind this Warp Prism. Warp Prism is getting focused down. It is finally going to go down. We've got 6 Mulas here as well with all these Roaches. Zealots are tanking. Streaming in are the Zerglings, but the Zealots still have +1 attack. And there's no armor upgrade for the Zerg units, and now Delphi's going to have to retreat here. One Overseer is caught in the back and is going to explode. This kind of look like earmuffs, actually. And more Stalkers are being warped in from that proxy pylon, and it looks like Hasuobs is going to storm in here. Spine Crawlers are retreating, and they're trying to set up near the natural. The third has been destroyed, as previously mentioned. And now, a big engagement is going to occur near the natural. Hasuobs is just hanging out on the creep, destroying free drones. And there is one Immortal in here with 22 kills, and that's nothing to scoff at. And actually, Delphi's just going to go and rush into the natural. It looks like this is going to be a base race. The Zerglings are going to eat away at these cannons. Blink is not finished yet, but it looks like Delphi's too busy finishing up the probes to notice. Once that Blink finishes, the Stalkers will be very useful, and there's going to be a recall into the natural. And now, the Zerglings are picking apart the Stalkers. The Zealots are left harassing the natural of Delphi. Delphi's doing significant damage here, but it looks like most of his units are blown up. The Mutalisks are gone. Bye-bye, Roaches. No more Zerglings as well. And the Zerglings are all gone. There's only a few Mutalisks left protecting against the Zealots, but the Zealots are going to chop away at the main. So, interesting play by Delphi. He just said, oh, screw heck with this. I'm going to go and attack Hasuobs at his natural. And I'm not sure if that was the right idea, because I know players forget that Protoss players do have recall. And so Protoss has an advantage over Terran and Zerg. They're able to attack someone or attack a position, and then if it's going awry, or if they think they've done enough damage, they can just warp out of there. And within a few seconds, they're back at home, able to protect their units, and they're also able to stave off counterattacks. And that's what happened here. And very interestingly so, Hasuobs did not pull all his units. He calculated, okay, I only need my Stalkers. I don't need my Zealots. I'll leave my Zealots to harass. And that was very interesting. I've seen it before where players recall their, half their army, and they miscalculate. Half their army gets destroyed by the larger army of their opponents, and then they lose the game. But Hasuobs calculated correctly, and now he takes a 2-0 advantage, and now it's match point. So we'll have to see if Hasuobs can complete the sweep, or if Delphi can win one game. See you next time.